Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. Today we are taking Raven to her first club meeting. It's in Houston. It'll be her first time there, and what I'm kind of anticipating is she might be a little not super confident to chase the tug or whatever, the flirt pole, whatever they decide to use with her. Just because it's a new place and it's a big field and they're new people, so she could be a little bit intimidated, a little insecure. So we'll see. She could surprise us and do really well. She's done well playing in the house with us, with tugging and whatnot, but I haven't worked her too much outside doing that. And the times I have, she lost interest pretty quickly because there are other things to go sniff, so it's something that needs to be worked on. But we're really excited, and we will take videos and we will get back with you when we are at the field. Okay, so our training director instructed us to take Raven out and work her obedience. Overall, just getting a lot of engagement from her and energy, and then put her back into her crate in the car and repeat it. So we were doing a lot of in and out of the car, working on our obedience on the field, getting her really comfortable with the field. We walked a lap around the whole thing. So we're just trying to build her confidence in this area and get her really comfortable. One thing that they told me to work on is getting more excitement from her in our interactions. So that's something we'll work on, and also not letting her eat food off the ground, like right there. She was trying to pick a treat off the ground during my obedience session. All right, so we've just finished our club meeting. Sorry, it was really cold out there. My nose is freezing. But it went really well, and Raven did so good biting the puppy leather rag we have. Yeah, so Parker was agitating her and I held her back and we let her work. And what were your thoughts on it? What did you learn?
He was talking a lot about letting the dog bark you in. So I knew that you wait to agitate the tug when the dog barks, but I hadn't thought about like literally not moving the tug at all until they bark, even to like get it into a new position. So like if it's on the ground, like he was talking about not picking it up even until the dog starts barking, and then letting them bark you in. So you start far away and then she barks and you get closer with the tug when she barks, and then closer and closer. And I accidentally hit her in the face with the tug in the beginning. Did you see that?
I know, she went, "Arr!"
Yeah, and then I wasn't sure if I was seeing it right, but I thought she might be squinting after that. I was worried that I hit her in the eye. And then I was worried she wasn't gonna be very
motivated
intense
after.
with it.
Oh, I think it kind of just pissed her off.
Yeah,
she was like, "Give me that."
She responded well. So then there was that, and then I had questions. He talked about how to actually get the bite, how to deliver the bite, because you don't want to just give the dog the tug because then it's free. You want him to work for it. But I didn't exactly know how that looked or how he would do that. And so he was telling me running parallel with the tug and then just flicking it. So running in a direction, then just kind of flicking the tug just barely enough so that when the dog lunges to bite it, they'll connect. So you're not giving it to the dog, and the dog is also working for it.
Yes.
So that was a really big deal. I'm glad he went over that, because that's what I had wondered.
Yes. Yeah, that was. And then once she caught it, you could hold it and let her re-grip.
Yeah.
And you want them to use their molars to bite.
Right.
You want a really deep grip from the dog.
Yeah. Oh, and he said not to pull with both ends because that'll pinch the mouth.
Yes. So one side of the rag, or the other side.
Tugging with one side, tugging with the other, grabbing it with both and holding it stationary for them to re-grip in just a quick, really quickly re-grip, and then pulling one side again and then pulling the other. And then once they win, and this is something that we did a lot at PDS, is when the dog wins, the handler runs the dog in a circle with the tug.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah. So
she did so
awesome.
good though.
She did so
She was
good.
barking. She was barking so much, and she was so
very active.
Intent. Yes.
Yes.
Very
she was lunging
intent on
forward
getting that.
and barking and very much very intense about getting the leather rag, and we were worried that she would show up to this new spot and then not want to, bark for it or work for it.
Yeah.
But Charles had us do a lot of bringing her out of the kennel, running through obedience, putting her back up in a lot of intervals. So short intervals, we'd bring her out, get her comfortable on the field, and working her obedience. So she just got used to the area really quick.
Yeah.
And she's generally pretty confident. So for the most part, she adjusts well to new environments. So
yeah, it's really good.
It's a great.
I wonder if people are impressed.
I wonder.
With her little performance.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Anyway, so that's our little recap for her first club meet. We didn't get a lot of video because other people don't want to be filmed. Well, I haven't asked them, but that's usually how it goes, just to respect other people's privacy. And then
we were also handling.
Yes, and then I was handling her while he agitated her with the leather slap rag. So we were both busy, but she did great. Okay, so this morning I woke up early and I'm gonna take Raven to do some tracking. After going to club, we learned a little bit more about how to start her in tracking. I had done one session with her before, and I did pretty much the same thing as what they were suggesting, but it makes a little more sense to me, the big picture of what we're trying to get the dogs to track, which is you're trying to get them to associate broken grass and broken, soil with food. So they're tracking the footsteps that you're making in the soil. So with that said, now I understand that I really have to work to stamp down the grass. So I'm wearing a big pair of boots and we're gonna get started. So I'll just show you what we do. Okay, so I'm bringing her up to the track and I am going to tell her Suk, which is her command to search or to track. So she's at the first footstep and I'm just gonna tell her she's a good girl, try not to get in her way too much, but I will guide her and encourage her when I need to go back to the track. And again, I'm not an expert on this at all. I'm new to this tracking thing entirely, so what you're seeing is me figure it out along the way. The idea, though, is that you want them to track in a methodical, straight line. So we don't want a lot of spinning and nonsense. You kind of want them to keep their nose in the grass and slowly walking along the track. So she got a little wonky, so I pushed her over and got her straight. Let her know she's doing good. And I'll pull her out slightly and then release her back in to help encourage her intensity in the scent pad. So again, I'm going to just lightly pull, and when she lunges forward, I'm going to let her in again. So she's really building more intensity to stay in the scent pad. And then when she's near finished, I drag her away slowly I didn't let her eat all of the food just because you want them to believe there's still more there, so they're very intense. Okay, so I refilled my track and I basically am just doing a second round with her. I've got the line under one of her legs so I can keep her straight, and I'm telling her to search. You can also keep the dog between your legs so they don't get all wonky, so they stay straight. So here she got turned around. I'm not totally sure on how picky I should be when she's a baby, so I just decided to reset her. Good girl. She's doing really good. I'm just letting her work. Good girl. Good girl. And I think I had noticed she tracked a piece of food that she couldn't find, so I was happy about that. So now there's nothing left. She's just nibbling on the grass. So I'm going to encourage her to keep moving forward. There are better things forward. Good job, Mama. So she got the big jackpot there on the scent pad. I'm praising her. You can also, so I'm doing my pulling again to build intensity. You can also put treats just slightly behind them and encourage them to track backwards, like to walk backwards, not spin around. So they can go forward and backward. You kind of want them, I think, like a train, forward, backwards, but not spinning sideways. And then when she gets about finished, I'm going to drag her away. And look, she really wants to get to it. She knows there's more left on the track. So next time we have a session, she's going to be really intense about gobbling up all the food. I just wanted to quickly give you guys an update on our bite-work regimen. So like I said in the early videos, I'm using a leather rag, and this is from Redline Canine. It's just their leather puppy rag, and it works great for Raven. So the pillow that we were using previously, she's just not ready for. She needs to work on more grip development, and we kind of knew that, but it's the only thing we had around at the time. I should have ordered this ahead of time. But anyway, so we're gonna work on her foundations with this, and then eventually we can move up to different sleeves or whatever. Yeah, lastly, I just wanna say, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.